Stransky.
Row number 2 to the inside, the 22G, Kyle Gannon, and the 46, Ryan Gilland.
That would be 66, Dan. Inside row number 3 will be the 10 of Brad Schreiner to his outside, the 69S, last week's feature winner, Brendan Stiggy.
You want to look at that 46 again? Row number 4 is the 28B of Rick Bradley and the 28 of Dawson Posnecker.
I mean, it might be my glasses, but I'm pretty sure that's the 66G of Kyle Gannon.
And row number 2 on the outside.
The 46 of Ryan Gillen?
That's what I said.
No, I was giving you a hard time for saying the 22G of Kyle Gannon. We can go back and watch the replay on Advantage Racing TV, but first we got to see Krista Stransky in the lead in that 39 machine.
Here comes Stiggy, good run down the backstretch into turn number 3. Last week's feature winner takes the race lead on lap number 2 of your Valentino's Hobby Stocks.
One fast hot rod for the 69S of Stiggy out of Fairbury. He's going to check out as we got a 3-wide battle going on behind him for the second spot. Oh, hang on to it, Nick Jensen. Great save, but that's going to give the second spot to Ryan Gillen. And Brad Schreiner trying to stick his nose into that battle. In the meantime, Stiggy's going to lead him this time by. It's going to be 5 laps to go. Stiggy, Gillen, Jensen, and Schreiner, your top 4.
Schreiner really making that high side work. Bobbles a little bit there into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, he's got a nose. Schreiner's got the 3rd spot.
3rd spot goes to Schreiner. A lot of push in that 48J machine of Jensen. Not slowing him down as he's going to seal off that 3rd spot once more from Brad Schreiner. They're going to try it again through 1 and 2. This time give the advantage to Jensen down the back straightaway in the 48J as Stiggy this time by is going to have 3 laps to go as Gillen continues to get a little bit closer.
Top 4 moving on. Battle for the race lead. Stiggy up the racetrack a little bit. Gillen's going to try to take advantage down the backstretch. They're side by side. Dare I say it was a drag race?
Oh, I think you should say. And it's going to be quite the battle off of corner number 4. Right now, the advantage goes to the 46 of Ryan Gillen. But the 69 of Stiggy's going to have a strong bit of momentum as they run back through 1 and 2. This time by, it's going to be the 46 machine.
Ryan Gillen's going to take the spot, turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, white flag. Final time for Ryan Gillen. Brendan Stiggy, trouble for Jensen. He's going to lose a couple of spots. I didn't see what started it. All I see is that he's out of the transfer spot. Brad Schreiner's going to take over 3rd, and Kyle Gannon in 4th. Out of turn number 4, picking up the win. Ryan Gillen gets the spot, gets the win. Brendan Stiggy, then Brad Schreiner, and Kyle Gannon, your final transfer.
Race fans, do you want to be a winner like Ryan Gillen? Well, if so, pull out those souvenir programs. Got some lucky program numbers coming at you. 106, 123, 156, 174, 113, and 132. Once again, program numbers 106.
Car, the 21H of Kyle Shamp on his outside, the 26L of Brent Lemke.
Good to see Brent back. I know he had transmission issues last week, hampering that 26 machine. Final row, 14S of Camden Stephenson, and to his outside, the 6R of Roy Armstrong. Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand. We're going to turn this one loose.
Slow start for Racheski. Something's up with that car. He's held up Dave Carter also. Good start for the 13T of Tyler Jackson. He's going to take the race lead into turn 3.
Speaking of, our production manager just pointed out the 6R Roy Armstrong not making the call for this heat race. Roy had some trouble back in the hot lap session earlier this evening.
Big race lead for the 13T Tyler Jackson. Battle is for 2nd. Brent Lemke and Trenton Dowdy. Yeah, I think Kurt's right. That 26 might be spilling some fuel. Track crew is saying it's water that's being spilled out of the 26L. That battle for 2nd continues as now we got a 3rd car throwing its hat into the ring.
I tell you what, no matter what coming off of that car, it's definitely not slowing down any speed. Brent Lemke with a fast number 26 machine trying to seal off the 2nd spot, but a great battle down the back straightaway. Shamp on the outside, Trenton Dowdy looking on the low side. Who's it going to be off of turn 3 and 4? Dowdy pushes up a bit. Give that 2nd spot to Kyle Shamp.
Wow, they're bumper to bumper down the front stretch and into turn number 1. 4 cars now, 3 cars Brett Limke looking to the inside of Dowdy, trying to take over the third spot. He's got it going into turn 3.
One 3-car battle goes away. Another one picks right up.
Oh, wow, good braking maneuver by Dave Carter to avoid the 2 of Ian Racheski.
Making their way through turn 3 and turn 4. It's going to be 2 laps to go this time by the flag stand for Tyler Jackson.
Car around turn 3, pulls it to the infield. We stay green, James.
Thank you very much for that, Dan. White's coming out this time by for Tyler Jackson. 3 Greyhound bus lengths ahead of your second place runner, the 21H of Kyle Shamp. Third currently being held down by the 26L of Brent Limke, with a hard charging Dave Carter trying to make up some ground in that 2C machine. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4, your Valentino's Hobby Stock Heat Race number 2 winner, the 13T of Tyler Jackson. Second's going to go to the 21H of, I almost said Shane Hyatt, Kyle Shamp. And your third place runner is going to be the 26L of Brent Limke. Race fans, don't forget to swing by your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and set yourself up for life. Play Lucky for Life from the Nebraska Lottery for a chance to win $1,000 per day for the rest of your life. Top prize odds 130 minutes. T of Trey Dowdy, and to his outside, the 33 of Fletcher Peterson. Field forms up down the back straightaway.
Never mind.
Rolling through 3 and 4, slow pace as they get to the start zone. Off of corner number 4, Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand, and they are off for Valentino's Hobby Stock Heat Race number 3. Nick Shannon and Kenny Roberts. Stout battle going on down the back straightaway. Roberts on the low side, Shannon up top. Through 3 and 4, they stay neck and neck down the front straightaway. Give the first spot to Shannon.
Oh. Wow, the 33 of Fletcher Peterson pushed up the racetrack, almost hit the wall. Speaking of pushing up the racetrack, the 12 of Michael Wade goes from, I think he was 3rd, all the way back to the tail of the field, James. Battle for the race lead.
Great battle for the race lead. Kenny Roberts going to hang on to it this time past the flag stand. Tough break for Michael Wade a lap ago. Really fast, been running all over the area. Just a tough break for that heat race as Kenny Rogers steals that race lead. 17 machine also taking it down to the infield.
Boy.
So it's Roberts, Shannon, Peterson, Wasserman.
Kenny Roberts, Nick Shannon, Fletcher Peterson. I love the look of that 33 car. Looks like the old Wrangler mobile that, what was the guy's name? Dale Earnhardt?
You want to have a trivia question, Dan? Whose birthday is it today?
I don't know.
Race fans, whose heavenly birthday is it today?
You got quite a few threes being held up.
That's right, we're raising hell and praising Dale here, baby.
Well, speaking of that, 3 laps left to go for the 69 of Kenny Roberts, the 33 of Fletcher Peterson. The battle is for 3rd. Shannon and Wasserman going at it. Third car down.
Tough break for Troy Dowdy. 2 laps to go for Kenny Roberts, Fletcher Peterson, and Adam Wasserman, your top 3. This time by, it's going to be 1 lap to go for the Gambler. Kenny Roberts in the 69 machine, Fletcher Peterson, Adam Wasserman, and Nick Shannon hanging on to the 4th spot. He does have a bit of a challenge coming up from SP3, Spencer Pavey in that 32 machine. But this time by through corner 3 and off of corner number 4 with a wide margin of victory, the 69 of Kenny Roberts. Fletcher Peterson's going to bring it home 2nd, and rounding out your top 3, the 41 of Adam Wasserman. Next time, save time. Every time you use the online check-in for a great haircut at Great Clips. Download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips, it's going to be great.
56 birthday boy, Jeff Watts.
Starting inside row number 3, the 00J of John Martinez to his outside, the 2R of Ryan Roszewski, and starting shotgun on the field, making quite a toe to come be with us tonight, the 20P of Jarrett Posnecker.
Top 4 moving on to the A feature once again. Top 4 moving on. Here we go. Green flag is out. Markham and Pella. Markham with a little bit better of a start. He'll have the lead going into turn number 1. Pella down on the low side. Jeff Watts has got a big run. Down the backstretch they go 3. We got a car around turn 2. Gets it going again. We stay clean and green. Coming to the line. 1 lap down. Looks like Pella's going to lead lap number 1.
Great lap for Pella. The spinner in 1 was the 20P of Jarrett Posnecker. Tough break for him. Tough break for John Martinez. He manages to keep it going, narrowly avoiding Joe Orth, and the battle's shaping back up off of corner number 4. Pella had a bit of a slip through 3 and 4. That's going to give the advantage to Dan Markham down the front straightaway.
Great Valentino's Hobby Stock battle. Another car goes around, almost goes around in turn 2. Must be getting a little slick there, guys.
Yeah, they're definitely developing a slick spot.
Side by side to the battle of
the Battle of Pasta.
Yeah, Posnecker goes around again in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Here we go. Battle for the race lead continues. Pella, Markham, Watts, and Beecher. That's 4 cars all going at it.
Separating through the spins, getting back to the focus for the lead. Look out, a little bit loose off of corner number 4.
Oh, no!
Disaster for Neil Pella. Borderline disaster for Dan Markham and Ben Beecher. Tough break, just kind of getting caught in the middle of that action. They're both going to keep it going. We're going to keep it clean and green. That's going to set Pella easily out in front of this one. So it's going to be this time by the flag stand. 3 laps to go for Pella, Watts, and Martinez. Your top 3 taking the top 4 out of this one. Your 4th runner is going to be the 2R of Ryan Reshetsky.
Car around turn 4,
Markham.
right in front of the field. Caution is out. Dan Markham bringing the caution out. Remember, he was the one that he made contact with a couple of cars coming out of turn 4 last lap. Spun to the infield in Mini E. There he
Dan
goes.
Markham is going to make his way back up to the pit area. Try it again come B feature time.
3 laps left to settle it. Valentino's Hobby Stock final heat race before we move on to the Nebraska Lottery Modifieds. Out of turn 4, Cade Murray looking him over. Green flag is out.
Final Valentino's Hobby Stock heat race. Hopefully final restart for this one as Neil Pella leads the field down through turns 1 and 2. It's Pella, Watts, Martinez. The battle right now shaping up for 4th. B4 on the low side, trying to make his way around Ryan Reshetsky. Neil Pella's going to lead another one. John Martinez makes his way around Jeff Watts for the 2nd spot.
We've been watching the smoke slowly build as it comes out of the 3A machine of Pella. He's got a lap and a half to go. Thank you, 3N of Neil Pella. Coming out of turn number 4, that smoke continues. She may have given out.
This is a brand new motor. Neil had one blow up last week. I wouldn't be too surprised. I'm catching the whiff of oil. That may just be a little bit of extra oil leaking out of those valve cover gaskets. It's not going to matter for right now because coming off of corner number 4, picking up the checkered flag in Valentino's Hobby Stock heat race number 4, the 3N of Neil Pella. Bringing it home in the 2nd spot, the OOJ of John Martinez. Ben Beecher makes his way through the field for a 3rd place finish in the B4, and rounding out your top 4, that's going to be the 66. Jeff Watts celebrating a birthday earlier this week. Starting inside row number 2 will be the 32 of Spencer Pavey III to his outside, the 2R of Ryan Reshetsky.
Row number 3, the 20A, Dawson Posnecker, and the 53T, Trenton Dowdy.
Starting inside row number 4, the 7T of Tanner Dowdy to his outside, the 20P, Jarrett Posnecker.
Krista Stransky and Caden Stephenson, row number 5, Troy Dowdy, Dan Markham, row 6, Michael Wade, Rick Bradley, row 7, Roy Armstrong not making the call.
Tough break for the 6R Roy Armstrong. Your Hobby Stock B feature brought to you by Valentino's is on its way to you. The 48J of Nick Jensen with the early advantage. What'd I miss, Dan?
There was a... Dan Markham goes around. Somebody had a huge run and just slammed in the back of Posnecker. We stay green. Dan Markham's able to keep it going. Out of turn 4, Nick Jensen. Nick Jensen is... your race leader as Michael Wade makes his way off the racetrack. Jensen, Reshetsky's.
Ian Reshetsky trying to mount a challenge on the high side. 28, Rick Bradley goes around on the front straightaway.
That was violent.
Gonna keep it going. As your battle for the lead continues to mount off of 3 and 4, the 48 Jaya Jensen hangs on to it right now, but not for long. Ian Rocheski goes.
I believe that's Ray Rocheski.
Ryan Rocheski. You know, we had the hardest time trying to teach you how to say Rocheski, and now you got Roy and Ray mixed up, or Ryan and Ray.
I said
now you
Ray.
got me mixed up.
9 laps left to go. Top 4 moving on.
Taking the top 4 out of this one off of corner number 4. We're going to have the green flag back out. Ian Rocheski. Nick Jensen.
3 wide. Oh, no.
Bobble
Tanner
for
Dowdy.
the 17.
Well, the Tanner Dowdy kind of slid up the racetrack exit at turn number 2. And that kind of caused a little bit of a clog, or maybe an accordion effect, as they're still dealing with it 3 wide through the corner.
Oh, tough break. Nick Jensen goes around off of corner number 4. The 48J is going to try to keep it going. We got trouble with Posnecker and Markham.
Jeez. This has not been the most graceful of races so far. Green flag is out. Rocheski, Dowdy.
Good
Dowdy.
challenge for Dowdy on the low side. Rocheski's going to fight back up top, but we've got all 4 cars transferring there. Dancing with one another through 3 and 4. Good battle. Dowdy's going to lead him off of corner number 4. Posnecker tries the low side of Ian Rocheski down the front straightaway.
Dowdy, Rocheski, and Posnecker once again. Top 4 moving on. You got a challenge to the inside. I believe that's Spencer Pavey making his way up to the inside of Posnecker. They bounce off turn 4.
Spencer Pavey trying a really hard-fought battle.
Watch out, Joe Orth.
What a save by Spencer Pavey. Oh, as we had another one go around, one of the Posneckers getting a bit of the spin cycle off of corner number 2, keeps it clean and green as the field goes by for 5 to go.
Tanner Dowdy, 5, now 4.5 laps left to go. Ian Rocheski. Then it's Trenton Dowdy and Dawson Posnecker. Ryan Rocheski. I call him Ray for short, by the way.
Whatever you got to tell yourself to sleep at night, Dan.
Coming to 3 laps left to go. Tanner Dowdy. Is he holding on or is he losing ground? 19-1 to Rocheski's 18-8. Rocheski's reeling in Dowdy.
Look at the young Dowdy, Trenton Dowdy, trying to mount a challenge on Posnecker down the back straightaway for the 3rd spot. White flag is out.
2 to go.
Or, excuse me, 2 laps to go. Rocking chair flags in Caden Murray's hand. Tanner Dowdy leads him down. Ian Rocheski 2nd. Posnecker in 3rd. And Trenton Dowdy rounds out your top 4 transfer cars. Ryan Rocheski with a near spin off of corner number 4. A little bit of loose in that 2R. Now it's the white flag. 1 more lap remaining in your Valentino's Hobby Stock B feature. Oh, man. Are you missing your phone, Eagle Raceway? I hear we may have a phone for you.
White checkered flag is out. That does it. Tanner Dowdy picks up the win. Then it was Ian Rocheski, Dawson Posnecker in 3rd, and Trenton Dowdy. Your final transfer. So once again, Tanner Dowdy, Ian Rocheski, Dawson Posnecker, and Trenton Dowdy moving on to tonight's A feature. I'm ready to go. That Sport Mod feature, once it was going, man, that was a great one. Demon Decals Victory Lane looking for one more winner tonight in your Valentino's Hobby Stocks. Doesn't a slice of Valentino's pizza sound good right now?
You know, it
Beef
really does.
Or pepperoni?
Oh, pepperoni.
Attaboy. James, you ready?
I was born ready.
Eagle Raceway, are you ready? Let's go feature racing!
Race fans, I just want to say that wasn't very convincing. I only heard one woo, but we're going to woo it all the way for 18 laps as Neil Pella holds the early advantage down off of corner number 2. Ben Beecher with a strong charge on the low side. Kenny Roberts hanging on to the second spot in the 69.
At a turn 4, lap number 1 will go to Neil Pella. Oh no, the 33. Fletcher Peterson, hard hit to the outside wall, exit of turn 4. Looks like his night is done early.
Tough break for Fletcher Peterson in the Dale number 33. Good run going for the 3N and Neil Pella. Kenny Roberts hanging on to the second spot. Where did Brad Schreiner come from? Strong run for the old Silver Bullet number 10. Behind him you've got Beecher and Wasserman.
High side momentum really seems to be the way to go so far early on in this Hobby Stock feature.
Tanner Dowdy off the pace, going to take a trip to the infield. Tough break for the Fremont, Nebraska runner as the Adams, Nebraska runner clicks off another one. 14 to go for the 3N of Neil Pella.
Kenny Roberts, Brad Schreiner's going to duck out of line. He's going to try to get a momentum run down the backstretch off turn number 2. Not able to make it work. He tucks back in line. Now he's going to pull up to the back bumper of Roberts again. Now he looks to the inside out of turn number 4. He's closing the distance on the 69 of Kenny Roberts.
Looking back in the pack, there was a 3-wide battle going on just behind Adam Wasserman with the Fairbury runner, last week's feature winner, Brendan Stiggy. Solid move off of corner number 4 to seal himself in the top 5.
Pella, Roberts, Schreiner, Wasserman, and Stiggy. Then it's Gillen. Battle is for 6th. Beecher and Jackson going at it.
Strong run early for the B4 of Ben Beecher. Kind of falls back in the pack, but he does seal the deal and take the spot away from Tyler Jackson.
Sorry, that's a battle for 7th, excuse me. Martinez throwing his hat in the ring there. Jackson with a big run down the backstretch. Tyler Jackson takes over the spot. Beecher slides up the racetrack.
John Martinez going to look to the inside of Ben Beecher, but the B4 had the run off of corner number 4.
Adam Wasserman, take a look to the inside of Schreiner for a minute there. Schreiner was able to get harder into turn 3. He opens up the gap again.
In the meantime, up at the front of the field, we've got a gap starting to close. That's going to wind up with your battle for the lead. The 3N of Neil Pella with just a car length over the 69 machine of Kenny Roberts. Brad Schreiner closing in on second as well. A little bit of a bobble from Roberts. That's going to lead Schreiner to jump out of line and try and open up a door where there was not currently one.
Brad Schreiner, last lap, was the fastest car on the racetrack, and he's got a big run down the backstretch. Looking to the inside of Roberts. Now Wasserman's looking to the inside of Schreiner. Schreiner breaks loose in the middle of 3 and 4. Wasserman's got it at the line.
Adam Wasserman, strong charge for the Fairbury runner, trying to slowly and methodically work his way through the field. Going to try the low line. Brad Schreiner comes back up to the back bumper of Kenny Roberts. Roberts going to hang on to second. Schreiner hangs on to third. This time by at 6 to go for the 3N.
Oh, Stiggy's going to try to diamond off turn number 2. He's going to get a run on Wasserman. This is a family affair all of a sudden. Brendan Stiggy trying to get all over the back bumper of Adam Wasserman.
Up towards the front, your battle for second really heating up. Wasserman's going to try and dive to the low side. Brad Schreiner's going to take second away from Kenny Roberts and trying to take Wasserman right along with him. But Roberts is going to keep that spot rolling through.
Oh no!
For 4.
Wasserman went around all on his own. I don't believe there was contact from the 69, and the caution is out. Well, I apologize. The pause there is because word from the race officials are that was off the nose of the 69. So not only does Adam Wasserman have to go to the back, but also Brendan Stiggy has to go to the back. Last week's feature winner. Looks like we might have a replay on Advantage Racing TV. And we're going to go one more lap. So those of you on eagleraceway.tv. Oh, yeah. Brendan just got really hard into the corner and just made contact with the 41 of Adam Wasserman. So
Little bump to the rump.
yeah. Unfortunately, because the caution came out, because of the 41, he has to go to the tail, and the 69 hit with the reason why the 49 went around. So those two head to the rear, and with 5 to go, they'll try to pick up as many spots as possible.
If you'd like to see that for yourself, check it out on Advantage Racing TV's replay. In the meantime, we've got 5 laps remaining in your Valentino's Hobby Stock A main event. Neil Pella's going to lead him down. Brad Schreiner second. Kenny Roberts trying to hang on to third with Ryan Gillen mounting a challenge, but don't look now. Here comes Tyler Jackson. Neil Pella clicks off another one. 4 laps to go.
I think you should look now. No surprise there. We'll tell you what that means at the end of this race. Battle for the race lead is there. Brad Schreiner's going to dive underneath. Neil Pella has led them all, but can Schreiner lead the last few?
Good battle going on here. Good battle shaping up here. 2 to go this time by. Neil Pella's hanging on to it right now, but Brad Schreiner, a gentleman who is thirsty for that first feature win, mounts a challenge through 1 and 2.
Schreiner gets a good run out of turn number 2. Not enough. Oh, he's going high. High. Now he's going to cut down. No, they'll stay in the tire tracks. White flag, James. Final time.
Final time, 1 lap around for your Valentino's IMCA Hobby Stocks. I almost feel like a scene from Days of Thunder. Brad Schreiner goes high, then he goes low. Pella's trying to hang on to it. Little bit of a bump through 3 and 4. Schreiner checks up. Look out off of corner 4. Oh, man. Just barely. Neil Pella hangs on and picks up the win in that 3-end machine. Brad Schreiner brings it home in the 2nd spot. Kenny Roberts in the 69 third, and rounding out your top 4, the 46 of Ryan Gillen. Wow, what a finish, and what a great show of class driving from Brad Schreiner. Totally could have cleaned Pella out, saved them both, managed to give them both a great finish.
Roger even said it over the radio, way to go, 10, for not taking out the 3 when you had the chance.